St. Louis's Perennial Artisan Ales is widely known for its unusual and experimental beers, but its ethos is firmly rooted in traditional yeast-forward styles.
We kind of take a different look upon the beer industry in kind of the way that we focus on our ingredients. We try to locally source as many things as we can, as well as kind of influencing a lot of culinary aspects into our beer. We want to try to pair things with specific dishes, maybe specific ideas behind the meal itself, as well as kind of just making a beer for an everyday beer drinker to enjoy. So we want to be adventurous, but at the same time still accessible. Here at Perennial, we definitely kind of focus mostly on the yeast, and I've done some experiments with making the same exact, base beer, the same grist, but just using 2 different yeasts, and it tastes vastly different. You can use the same yeast at different temperatures, and it tastes vastly different. It's such an organic, kind of wild part of the beer. We get a lot of our yeast from Omega. They are just absolutely amazing. It's really nice to be able to have such a really great working relationship with everybody there. And the yeast that they're giving us and they're producing, we've won some medals for at festivals and stuff like that. So it definitely has worked well for us on that front.
To be able to work with Perennial has been absolutely wonderful. Of all the breweries, I think in St. Louis, they were especially early adopters, and they, I think, recognized what we were doing from an early start, and we've been such close partners for so long now. It's just wonderful to have that relationship.
So now we're in the barrel room. It's kind of echoey. You can probably hear that. And I'm standing here with Chris, and we're going to taste some of these barrel-aged beers. And this is where they've had both primary and secondary fermentation, is that right?
Correct. So this was completely fermented in this oak barrel. I pitched meaning put some yeast into there, some very basic Saccharomyces Belgian yeast that we got from Omega, kind of let that ferment out, and then after that pitched in some Brettanomyces as well as some resident cultures or some wild yeast, and we're going to sample some and see if it's ready to go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of oak kind of tannins coming off of it.
Absolutely. It's almost lemony.
Yeah, lemony, that's going to come from some of the Brettanomyces that we got from them, as well as some of the resident cultures. The grapefruit is still kind of there. It's kind of fermented out a little bit, but I can still get a little bit on the nose. I'd say that's pretty close to being ready.
That's delicious. This is the kind of beer that I really like because it's got that tartness, that sourness. It has a lot of just character to it.
Yeah.
I love it. And what's the name of this one?
It's called Reverse Faults.
Where do you guys come up with these names?
I originally went to school for geology and kind of science and stuff like that, so a reverse fault is a form of tectonic plate shifts, and I thought that would have been a cool beer name for this.
Well, it is a cool beer name. And a cool beer.
Glad you like it.
Cheers.